Hello, this is Victoria Israel, and today I will be speaking about Deuteronomy chapter 23, 24 through 25. It says, When thou comest, it says, when thou comest into thy neighbor's vineyard, then thou mayest eat grapes thy fill at thine own pleasure. But thou shalt not put any in thy vessel. When thou comest into the standing corn of thy neighbor, then thou mayest pluck the ears with thine hand. But thou shalt not move a sickle unto thy neighbor's standing corn. So, I'm choosing this verse today to teach because it is so important for us to understand this principle as the people of God. God is always watching the things that we do, big things and little things, and God wants us to make sure that we understand that He wants us to live in a way that honors Him in every place that we go. Every place that we go, as Hebrews, we are an example to other people as the people of God. We are examples. So it is very important for us to make sure, my friends, it is very important for us to make sure that when we go to places, we're considering how much we take, and that we're not overtaking in a way that moves it from enjoying generosity to sin. So, this verse says, when you go into your neighbor's vineyard, then you may eat grapes at your fill at your own pleasure. But don't put any in your vessel. So, what can this apply to in everyday life? Because I'm teaching this verse because this is a life principle that we need to apply every day in the places that we go. So, what this verse means in practicality for us today is people that most of us don't have vineyards, and we're living at a time we can go to buy our grapes at the store. So, when I read this verse, I equate it to something like, all right, when I go and I am at the store, for example, or at a restaurant, and they're offering ketchup, and they have free ketchup for your hamburger or for your French fries. So what I'm saying here is that if we're going to apply this verse to our lives, let's make sure that if we're going to apply this verse to our lives, let's make sure that we don't overtake and put some also in our purse. Because let me read the verse again. It says, when you come into your neighbor's vineyard, it's okay for you to eat as many grapes as you like. Right? But you shall not put any in your vessel. It says you can eat as many grapes as you please to your own pleasure. Just don't put it in your vessel and leave with it. So God is telling us it's okay for you to enjoy this because everything that we have is from God after all. So God is the one that has blessed this person with these grapes. So He wants us to be able to enjoy. And when you go into a restaurant and you see they have free ketchup for your French fries, get as many as you like for your French fries. Just don't take a whole handful and put it in your purse for your car. Just don't take some of the barbecue sauce, too many barbecue sauce from the Chick-fil-A, and put it in your car so you can use some on your food later. Because that's a sin. That's when we get into sin. Okay, so understand that this is a principle that applies to life. When you come into your neighbor's vineyard, You may eat grapes at your fill. When you go to a place and they're offering something for free, take some, as many as you can enjoy while you're there. But unless they're offering for you to take some home with you, don't take it. Don't home with you and put it in your bag and put it in your vessel and take it for later. Okay? Because that is where it becomes an offense to those that are offering. Okay? It says, when you come into the standing corn of your neighbor, then you may pluck the ears with your hand. Enjoy the fruit that God has given your neighbor. Some of us, this means our literal neighbors. We're going over their houses. But some of us are overstaying our welcomes. Be mindful of that. Don't overstay your welcome. Don't eat too much. Don't take too much. Okay? Don't move a sickle to your neighbor's standing corn. Don't do things that make it so that, okay, I'm going to take this with me. Don't do things that are like, okay, I'm going to take this with me. That is what makes it inappropriate. And that is what makes it an offense in the eyes of God, in the eyes of your neighbor. Okay? And we don't want to be a stench or a wickedness in the eyes of our neighbors. Okay? I'm going to read the verse one more time. When you come into your neighbor's vineyard, then you may eat grapes, your fill, at your own pleasure. But thou shalt not put any in thy vessel. And when you come into the standing corn of your neighbor, then you may pluck the ears with your hand. But you shall not move a sickle unto your neighbor's standing corn. Apply these things to life. If you see any situation where you feel that this applies to you, and you know what this makes me think of, like, you go into the altar. They offer for you to try the makeup for free. But it is not okay for you to take your makeup bottle and squeeze some inside of there. They're not offering that. But as much makeup as you can use while you're there, it's okay. So there are several places and situations that we can apply these things. And God is looking for us to use our proper judgments, to use our minds to apply these verses to our lives, okay? My friends, God bless you.